What I am going to be discussing is co-sleeping, which means you sleeping in the same sleeping space as your baby. Not the same room, the same bed, the same physical sleeping space as your baby. There have been alarmingly an increased percentage of SIDS deaths in recent years. This has sparked quite a lot of conversation and debate online around safe sleep practices. I'm going to give you my opinion about that here today. And I mean, we always say, you do you. If something's working for you, that's awesome. And, I'm not about to come in here and tell you what you can and can't do. But I am going to say that I get it. I really do. I get the co-sleeping concept from an anthropological, evolutionary perspective. I 100% get that. That is what I see a lot of places that promote co-sleeping. I see them referring to the anthropological background of why we would co-sleep with our babies. Know better, do better, right? Like there are a lot of things that our ancient ancestors did that we don't do anymore because we realized that it's not helpful to our survival, that it's not conducive to our health. Yes, our ancient ancestors co-slept with their babies, but they also had no other way. There were no cribs. And they had no other knowledge. The infant mortality rates were extremely high. We know better. We know there is risk there. And the thing is it kills babies. I'm sorry, but that's the bottom line. You actually can't ignore that. There's still a risk there. Even though you've done everything you can to mitigate that risk, there is still risk. And in the case of co-sleeping and SIDS deaths, the risk could have been avoided. I'll tell you this, we talk to parents a lot in our work, and we have done for a very, very long time. And there is not one mother I have talked to who has lost a child through SIDS who would go back to or start co-sleeping, ever, period. What I'm concerned about is that there are organizations who actively promote co-sleeping, particularly in these social media spaces. And this is the risk. Preaching about it so loudly, guilt-tripping people into doing it. People who maybe haven't understood the risk and they're exhausted and they're wanting something to work. And it's very easy to be persuaded into something that we are convinced is biologically correct. This is where my issue lies. It's in the glamorization of co-sleeping, and no one's talking about the risks loudly enough. I will. If you are sleeping in the same bed as your baby, there is risk to their life. The statistics are telling us more babies are dying. I anecdotally have seen so much more dialogue and conversation online these days promoting co-sleeping. This can't be a coincidence. Please consider the risk to your baby if this is a choice that you want to make. And talk to someone else. Talk to someone like us. Talk to another baby sleep organization who can help you establish healthy sleep patterns and boundaries so that co-sleeping is suddenly not really an option that you need to explore. It costs you nothing, but it could cost you everything.